Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Matt Prater set to kick off. It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
Prescott's pass complete to number 8.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run here with Singletary. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Gain of 29 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and goal. The 1-yard line.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team, just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the 35.
Jackson from the shotgun. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Incomplete. It's now third down. And
from the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, 55 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 30-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And it's third down. Third and 10.
Prescott from the gun on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Now coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. This one into the hands of Burton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On the counter, this is Singletary. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll start with the option. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Dorian O'Daniel on the tackle.
On second and 1, Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
7.
On 2nd down now. Singletary. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Singletary.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Jackson going to run. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. They'll run it with Kamara. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
To kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25 yards.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are. In this ball game, they feel even better about him leading their team.
He's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A quick slant to Hill. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Singletary here running out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape. And
pressure comes, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's got Burton here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott got a man. That's Quinn. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, 2nd quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But
and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. He's having a nice little first half. For your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns.
Is on here in this first half.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross, 38 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott from the gun. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check 43.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Seahawks 7.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Recovered by the kicking team.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And now running right through it. He's got daylight. 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers continue to roll.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daron Payne in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
This is
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
And Prescott.
Yards to go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
At their own 20.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. This one caught by Ridley. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and
from the gun. Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the ground is Singletary. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitor, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
3rd and 4.
Flushed out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Prescott now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Again, it's Kamara.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Prescott now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
49ers. Matt
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Allen Bailey, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're 3rd down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, Singletary.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back. Mark 56.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
First and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on the play, and it'll move the chains. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.